my dear chess friends, this is International Master Camila Chobaru, and in this video I will show you how to enter an outpost. And I have selected a very beautiful game of my own in order to do so. And here we go. I am playing white against Yulia Istrati in the F 2005 at the National Chess Championships. And I start with pawn to e4. And she plays the Sicilian. We have an open Sicilian. And I play f3, which is a very flexible continuation in my view. Okay, I will send the queen away, and I have already an outpost on b6, but that is not the outpost that I'm going to talk to you mostly about, because can you see she's defending it. Okay, I will simply continue developing my pieces and go with my knight towards the outpost on b6. Okay, so she pushes the pawn to c5 to stop my bishop. Okay, let's see. We castle. I bring my rook on the semi-open file. She has a weak pawn on d6, and I'm going after it. Okay, and look what she does. She pushes the pawn to e5, and strategically speaking, that is a mistake, okay? Because now she has left a very weak square in the center. And that became my second outpost. So let's see. What piece shall I bring in there? First of all, the bishop, to trade her bishop. Okay, because her bishop was a defender of the d5 square. Then I will prepare a little bit more to bring the knight. Okay, the knight is the strongest piece we have that we can bring in the center. And now she's defending the weak square on d5. So what do you think I shall do? Take a look, think, and make your choice. Okay, I'm going to remove the defender. So even if I have the good bishop, it might seem like a paradox that I want to trade my good bishop, but actually it's worth it because now I have the d5 square all for my knight. So my knight cannot be taken away from it. Okay, so now I am blocking her pawns. Later on in the endgame, there will always be the threat of pushing the pawn to b5, and so creating a pass pawn on the a file. But until then, I will have to reorganize a little bit and bring all my pieces into play. Can you see the queen's side is completely closed? She has no counterplay in there. But what I'm trying to do now, okay, I'm doubling the rook on the semi-open file, and I'm just preparing and preparing. I'm trading queens to get into the endgame because obviously my knight is superior to her bishop, and my rooks are positioned to target the weak pawn on d6, which is also backwards. Okay, and so let's see. She will have a passive attitude. What can she do? She will try to defend. And finally, I'm opening a new file. Okay, now even the F file is semi-open, and I have a pawns majority on the king side. On the G and H file, if I push H5, I'll be able to create a passed pawn, finally. Okay, so now there is a new target. The pawn on F6 has become weak. And I have another outpost, which is the square on f5, and is on a light square, and she's got the dark squared bishop, so she can't defend it. Okay, so I make it in time to double on the f file, just open and then infiltrate with my rook. Good. Okay, she has to defend the bishop and then check, and the tactics will come. Good. So what do you think I should do here? I can gain something already. Knight to e7. Obviously, if the king moves on the side, on the h file, she gets checkmated after rook h1, right? So she has to take my knight, and I take the rook. And this is a winning endgame already. I'm going after her weaknesses. And I'll make a passed pawn. And I want to promote. So after a6, move number 54, she has resigned. Oh, what a game. Could you see how important it was that I had an outpost on b6 and then one on d5, and my knight right in the center made all the difference, and we can say that it had a huge part in winning the game. Thank you so much for your attention, dear friends. I'll talk to you in our next video.